Lots of people talk about climate change as if it's something we need to solve for future generations, but it's really something we need to solve for us now.
We want to kind of like dispel the myth that doing this is painful.
I want Future Yard to set a standard for the rest of the music industry.
And it's brilliant to be able to work with Eco-Innovatory on this event because as an organisation, they've completely put their cards on the table.
Future Yard is a grassroots music venue that is very involved in the community and really cares for the planet and the environment.
Hopefully it's something that coalesces the whole feeling of positivity that's happening around Birkenhead at the moment, and we want it to be an open door for all the people in our community to come in and speak to us and use it in the way that they want it to be. Traditionally, the live music sector has been particularly wasteful and not very eco-friendly or sustainable.
Lots of people talk about climate change as if it's something we need to solve for future generations, but it's really something we need to solve for us now because we're already seeing the devastating effects of it.
Organisations are seeing that, and artists are seeing that as well. Attitudes towards responsible live touring are becoming more and more mainstream, which is brilliant because that impacts all of the music venues around the world, but it also impacts music fans as well. Music has always been a great way of having those conversations, so hopefully we're part of that wider conversation going forwards.
So the sustainability roadmap is a document, it's both a physical and a digital document.
That's kind of like us putting our cards on the table for what we're doing as a building, as an organisation, how we are committed to making these steps and looking at things to lessen our impact.
We explain what our carbon footprint is along the guidelines of scope 1, 2 and 3. Scope 1 and 2 is energy use around the building, and we explain how we are limiting that and how we plan to limit it in the future as well. Scope 3 is pretty much anything else, so we've looked at audience travel, staff travel, food and drink.
Which is all vegan and vegetarian, it's locally sourced where possible, and certainly with the range of drinks that we serve, they're all sourced from suppliers that are in a 30-mile radius of the building. We're introducing more and more initiatives, more and more ideas that people are very, very happy that we're offering, but it's also a good way of getting them to join us along the journey.
One example is we ask people on the door when they scan their ticket, how did you get here today? And obviously they want to know why we're asking this, and we explain it's to find out what our carbon footprint is.
Once they see that we're having a responsible attitude to it, then that can filter into their own lives as well. So we're at our POP26 event today, which is our day of climate debate and action around live music industry, where we're launching our sustainability roadmap.
We have discussions on about climate change and the music industry, and lots of performances by artists who are really invested in what we are all about.
And it's brilliant to be able to work with Eco-Innovatory on this event because as an organisation, they've completely put their cards on the table.
Their whole vision is just more than just renewable energy. It's looking at things in a sort of holistic way and drawing attention to things that lots of people don't know about that's happening in the climate emergency.
We're going to be working with them in the future for further development of the building and installing some solar panels. It's a way of people seeing quite visibly our commitment to the environment and to what our ethos is. We want to kind of like dispel the myth that doing this is painful and going on this journey is something that means you have to start again from scratch. That doesn't necessarily need to be the way at all. A lot of it is just from attitude.
Just make a start. Don't be afraid to do it wrong, or that if you do one thing, it means you'll get scrutinized for not doing anything else. Anything helps. If all of us do one thing, that's already a really big thing. So my advice is just start.
One of the things we really want to do with publishing our sustainability roadmap is to be open about it and to bring lots of creative organisations and other grassroots music venues like ourselves in on the debate and to join us and to maybe help us improve in the future by sharing some of their ideas of best practice while learning some of ours. We don't want to keep all the secrets to ourselves. This is very much a journey that everyone needs to go on in this sector, and we want more people to engage with it. Over the next couple of years, we're going to be developing the building here at Future Yard and adding an extension onto the studio side of things that we're doing, which is going to be transformative, not just for ourselves and what we can offer our audiences and the musicians and artists who engage with us, but also for the local area.
I want Future Yard to set a standard for the rest of the music industry. We don't want to be the only carbon neutral venue or the only sustainable venue. We want to be an example and that all the other venues go, wow, they've done that, we want to do that as well.
Maybe we can be part of a network of grassroots carbon neutral music venues across the Northwest or across the UK. That would be brilliant, that's the aim, definitely. The opportunity to have more full houses, more sold out shows, more people through the building, engaging with everything that what we're doing, hopefully leading with a positive view of the area, of ourselves, but also being kind of like a responsible citizen and a responsible contributor to the environment. That's something that we're really looking forward to developing as we go along.
Thank you very much.